The questions. There's a lot of things that people want answered for and we want to get to. But we can't do it if people start going out of order, yelling, doing everything. Let us get all the information out with each individual here, and we're going to start this, and then we will try to answer all the questions the best that we can. But I definitely need y'all to be silent. I know you can't hear. I'm going to do the best I can and make sure that people behind you have the information. We're a family, we're a team, we're a city, we're a town. So everybody work together.
I'll introduce you again. Hey everyone, I talk loud already, so I'm gonna yell at y'all. My name is Lisa Jennings. I am the Public Information Officer for the Incident Management Team. I walked in here on Friday and said, how can I help? And I wanted to start by saying the people working behind us deserve a round of applause.
Si habla español y después de la reunión voy a estar aquí en este kiosco para contestar las preguntas y darle la información más importante. Gracias.
Gracias. All right, I'm going to turn it over now to our police chief, Steve Parker, who's going to give you an information update from our police department.
Okay. So, number one, I want you to know, I know you're not going to be able to hear me. People will let you know the message. Number one, I want you to know that our first primary mission was life safety. Life safety. We've been rescuing people. The fire department has worked 24/7, non-stop to rescue people along with our public works department. Had to transition. Most of our life safety, we believe, has been completed. We are now in rescue and repair and get the resources that we need. For us, we need to make sure that we as a community stay safe. Don't panic. Everything's going to be all right. The resources are coming. I haven't been home to my family, and I am working 24/7 for all of you to get the resources. So is everybody else here. So what I want you to know is what we've started today is we've started to make sure what is our mission critical things that we need to take care of. Number one is those that can't help themselves, our elderly. So we've been going to the elderly communities, checking on them. We've went to ADAC. We've went to the prison. We've went to all those areas of high security risk. And now we are moving towards making sure that we are getting the resources we need for the community. We ask when we get those resources that you don't panic, you sit in line, you wait patiently. Nobody wants to wait that long. Nobody. But that's the situation that we're in. We are getting water. We're getting all the resources that you need. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over. And then as we have questions, I'll answer more as we go.
All right, just to
have done, we started Thursday morning. I had every staff member, all 26 firefighters that this area has. And just to let everyone know, we cover the town of Black Mountain, the town of Montreat, East Buncombe this way, East Buncombe that way, East Buncombe that way, all the way up to parts of McDowell County is what this fire department covers on a regular day. So with 26 guys, on Thursday, we got out there, we started making our preparations when we knew this storm was even in Mexico. So we were prepared for what we thought was just going to be what we were used to in the past. Right. But as it progressed, we upped our response to where we started putting out messages to our areas where it floods on the normal. We went door to door to those areas and told those people that they need to go somewhere else. So we went all the way on the areas that we know flooded on Flat Creek, areas all along North Fork Road, and we told those people, we were passing out flyers for those areas where it floods the most, and we were trying to be very proactive. When the storm hit, it hit us hard, and it hit us in areas that were unexpected, but we did everything with the resources we had to make the best efforts we could. We sent out messages as much as we could for people. When things started, we started getting more resources, and we're seeing where the damage was. We started in the most damaged areas and started our rescue efforts of getting those that were still alive. So those people we could save is who we saved. We had crews go all the way up to the top of number 9, to the end of our district, to make contact with those people and see where we need to go back to concentrate our efforts. So at this time, we are wrapping up the immediate life safety issues, and we are transitioning into doing more rescue and doing recovery. So the recovery efforts take some time and coordination to make sure everyone's safe. What I need from you, and you guys have been great. We have had lots of support, and that keeps us going. That gives us that drive. By you guys supporting us, makes us do our job. But what we're doing now is we are trying to get the roads open so we can get into those areas and get some of these people that were having mobility problems out of these areas. I will tell you, number 9, the roads are gone. There's spots where there's road, then there's no road. Then there's road, then there's no road. So we're trying to make efforts to get in there. We also had another fire department that was cut off completely. And what we've done is they were cut off from supply chains. We got them what they needed. We had to hike up number 9 to get them their resources so they can help the people on the other side of the ridge. So we have been nonstop around the clock doing everything we can. We're getting ready to get more resources, and I will have more information as this progresses and as we get closer to recovery and stabilization. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, next we're going to hear from our town manager, Josh Harold, and Public Works Director, Jamie Matthews.
I have seen so many good things through this event. With community, we have stuck together, and we're going to get through this together if we stick together as a community. I'm going to update you a little bit on power. Duke Progress Energy has talked to me multiple times and has said they are trying their best to get power restored here. It is coming back on down the mountain, and it's also coming back on in the Fletcher area. So we are hopeful within the coming weeks, more than likely, they've told us weeks, that we will see power. I don't have an estimated time for that, I'm sorry. Our water system, I'm going to let Jamie talk about. Our roads are in terrible shape in places, as you have seen. Garbage, that's a big concern for people. We are working now to get dumpsters delivered so people can bring their garbage to the dumpsters. We We don't want to put trucks out on the road and get trucks stuck where roads cave away, and then we have no resource for that. So that is our plan. We are working on that now. I will give you more information when I have it.
They're working on it.
We're working on the garbage. It's going to be dumpsters. That's what we're working on right now. I don't know yet. That information will be coming. What else? I'm going to let Jamie talk a little more about roads and the water system, which we are somewhat dependent on the city of Asheville for our water system. They have large breaks in their infrastructure out of North Fork Reservoir that feeds us about 60% of our water. Those are completely down. So we don't know when that's going to come back online. We have our own water system in town too that is operated by a system of wells. We are trying our best to get that up and running. But we have got so many breaks and water leaks in town. Until the water has receded, we have not had time to look at those, but that has started today, okay?
Thank you.
So just to capitalize on what all these guys have said, Public Works Department is made up of 15 guys.
Louder.
Out of those 15 guys, they're running 4 divisions: sanitation, parks maintenance, streets maintenance, water. Water is the most critical thing at this time. Without being able to reach these locations because roads are gone, we can't get to them. We have identified several water breaks that we can fix. I will say that we have resources coming out of Texas, South Carolina. The water at Ingalls is Davis Water. They're going to be here all week. 1 gallon per person. If you don't know that already, or if you've not received that information, that is potable water. We have 100 people coming tomorrow with equipment, free of charge, no charge, it's all labor. It just makes me do good to see everybody's face, considering half of these people that I work with. Last night was the first night we got to go home and see our families. We didn't even know if they was alive. Some of them lost their houses. Some of them had trees on their houses. But I just want you to keep one thing in mind when all the rumors float around and you hear all the gossip. Every one of these employees have stayed here while their families is on the back burner and served these citizens. We are going to work diligently to get you back in water. I cannot give you a definitive time. There's 12 other counties in western North Carolina that have no water, so you're not by yourself.
What's the situation with the sewage system?
The sewage system we have nothing to do with, but I can update you on sewage. It is severely damaged in Black Mountain. The plant on French Broad is totally destroyed. It's non-operable. But talking to the contacts that I have, they are working. That is their primary goal, to rebuild that. If you are worried about backup in your system, I do not personally feel like that'll happen unless you have a septic system. That is possible with septic. I would not think so if you are tied to the city sewage. If you do get backup, it will be because of one of those places that has a break or something is wrong in that system. I can tell you that every utility company from here and across this state is working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We are getting help from everywhere. It's being helicoptered in, it's being tractor trailered in. And I will say this, we are getting supplies hand over fist. Just give it time, be patient, be kind to one another, and we will get through this, I promise.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so folks, you've heard the situation. It is not great. We have had a lot of damage. It will be weeks before services are restored. It will be months before life is back to normal. organization who are coming to Black Mountain to help us out. But we need y'all's help too. We are going to need volunteers. We are going to need community support. The support that we have seen in these 72 hours is going to be needed over the next month. The questions that I have heard from the community are important questions, and we don't have a lot of answers yet, but we are working on it. For example, where do I take my pet? Is there a foster place or a shelter? We are gathering those resources as a community to try to get the best information to folks that we can. I'm going to read through a few questions that we received because we have too many people here to open it up, and then afterwards we will have our information volunteers and our official folks available to answer more questions, because these folks behind me have to get back to work saving lives. A few questions. When will the mail resume? We don't know. Is it safe to walk or drive over down power lines? We do not recommend it unless you need to get out of somewhere. Where can we get gas so we can leave? We do not have any fuel available yet. We are limited on fuel even for our responders. It has been requested and it is not here. If you have signal and can get on the Gas Buddy app, you can find the nearest gas station. How can I get out of town? Right now, the only way out of Buncombe County is 26 south to Greenville. I-40 east is being repaired. It is not open yet. We do not have a timeline. We are hopeful it will open sometime this week. I-40. How do I get information if I leave town on whether it's safe to come back? The town has been updating their Facebook page. One of their employees was not here when this incident happened, and she has not been able to get back, and she has been sharing information constantly on Facebook. That information will continue on the Town of Black Mountain Facebook page. If you decide to leave and seek shelter elsewhere, can you come back? Yes, as long as you are a resident or have family who reside in this area. You can go back and forth to check on your residents, to bring things back and forth. The traffic from Greenville is open in both directions as of now. Are there any public restrooms? Not yet. We have ordered them. We are working on a plan to provide public restroom facilities. The same question about charging stations. We know everybody's devices are running out of power. We have ordered generators and resources. There are
Medical!
Hey, EMS! We haven't been able to verify that. Okay.
If you go for Greenville, Tennessee, if you go to Greenville, Tennessee, and you go past Hot Springs.
Hey folks, while they deal with that, I will say if anybody has a megaphone, thank you. All right. Do I have to get here? How's this work? Where do I talk? Here? Hello. Hello. Okay. All right. Okay, so I just wanted to say there are way.
Other side of the handheld.
Okay. that will be set up at the Visitor Center right down there at the Chamber of Commerce to gather questions, to gather volunteers, and to answer questions. There are notepads in this pavilion. Afterwards, if you need resources, they are organized into medical resources, food resources, community resources. We are gathering those resources to be able to share them with y'all, and that is all thanks to the volunteers who have been helping with that. The last thing I want to say before I turn it over to the chief is that we are committed to giving you the best information we have available every single day. We will be holding this meeting every single day here at 3 p.m.
What about pets, like food-wise?
We can't take any questions right now, but if you have questions, we have a team of folks who have all the best information who will be under the shelter after this. Please hang around. I'm going to mill around if y'all have questions. We are here to answer them. But I'm going to turn it back to the chief of police to close us out so they can get back to their work.
So I just wanted to share with you guys talking about resources. I got a buddy that I just met through this whole thing from Gilleville, North Carolina, his name's Terry North. He's with Emerge Ministries. Just so you know, at Cragmont Assembly tomorrow, they're going to have 30,000 gallons of water for you citizens. They're going to be serving 5,000 meals a day. So go by and see them. They're great folks.
Oh, okay.
And they're here to serve you, and they come from a long way. So I just wanted to share that with you and just let you know what kind of resources we have coming in.
Say it again. Say where they are again.
Cragmont Assembly.
What time, Terry? 1233 North Fork Road.
1233 North Fork Road.
10 o'clock.
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
And we got toiletry supplies and baby supplies and all that too for those that's got babies.
Toiletry supplies and baby supplies.
They have all kinds of supplies, toiletry supplies, baby supplies. Like I say, 5,000 meals, 30,000 gallons of water. Just go by and see them. They have multiple supplies. They're here to serve you, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, I probably don't need this. I'm the only one.
Yeah, you do.
So I want to say this. There's 20 counties that are going through the same thing we are. But there's only one community that's going to rise up together through this and treat each other the way we're supposed to be treated, and that's Black Mountain. So I can say this, the manager and the team back there, we have moved mountains. We've called congressmen, senators. We've pushed our way to try to get to the president. We've done everything to say we need resources and we need them now. And we believe they're coming. So be patient. There's going to be a time where you're tired, you're worn out, and you want to point the finger. Don't do it. Be better than that. We ask you to be the community of Black Mountain, and we thank you for that. In closing, we appreciate you. We love you. We're going to answer questions. We're going to be down there with the volunteers. We'll take our time, but I will say that we do need to get back to work. Thank you very much.